What is up, YouTube? Welcome to an episode of the weekly breakdown where we break down all the hype release for the week. And for this week's release, it's going to be a pretty big week for sneakers. Not quantity, but more for quality. Just a side note, guys, the information that I do provide for you guys is what I find before I post this video. Release dates and information do change over time. It has been changing a lot with sneakers. Everything's getting pushed back, so keep yourself updated. And if you want further updates, I do post it on my Instagram at Goggles Review. So if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and hit that like in your way out if you like what I do. And for sneaker news, sneaker updates, and sneaker rumors, you can always follow me at Instagram at Goggles Reviews. But before we get everything started with this week's release, I do have some breaking news. And for today's breaking news for you guys, I do have a leak of this fabric that looks like the 350 V2 creams. The colorway of this fabric does remind you of the cream V2s, but if you hit it with a different lighting, it does change in color. I'm definitely on board for this. I love the cream V2s and I like white sneakers in general. It's very wearable and a lot of people would go for these. So definitely I can't wait for this sneaker to release. And another Yeezy news, if you guys missed out on that Yeezy 700 V1 Sun, there's another one that got leaked that's releasing this May. Instead of getting that Wave Runner accent on the toe box of the Sun, this sneaker comes with a brown and orange color blocking on the toe box. I do prefer this color blocking over the V1 Sun because the blue and the green never made sense to me, so I prefer the brown and the orange. So I can't wait for this sneaker to release in May, and this is the second chance of copying these sneakers, man. I hope it's not as limited as the V1 Suns. And another breaking news, it seems like we're getting this Jordan 1 High Union Guava Eyes. I'm not sure if this sneaker is a mock-up. I hope not, because I love this colorway of the sneaker. It does give you that Guava Eyes color blocking. You have that cream, you have that red, you have that blue. Definitely one of the nicest sneakers I've seen lately, and I hope they do release this pair. If this colorway release, this is going to be my sneaker of the year because I never owned a Jordan 1 Unions before. I never owned a Union sneaker. The one I copped earlier this year, I had to sell because it wasn't my size. So I hope they do release this pair. And that's all the breaking news I have for you guys today. We're gonna start it off with February 10. We have the Jordan 1 High 85 Neutral Gray. 35 years in the making, the original Jordan 1 High 85 is coming back with its original form, with that high cut 85, which is a tad taller than your typical Jordan 1s we see today. And you also have that neutral gray color blocking sticking with the classic. This colorway is a throwback of the 85 version, all white crispy white leather with hits of gray suede on the swoosh and the ankle collar. And also this sneaker is limited to 23k pairs to the public, so if you guys are resellers out there and if you manage to cop one, this sneaker is definitely a good hold. But if you look at the 85 that released last year, the band one, that sneaker is reselling around $500 to $600, so expect the same for this sneaker. There's still money to be made. It's not gonna be like $1,000. Maybe if you hold for a long time. The sneaker is retailing for $200, which is a high price point for a Jordan 1, and it's releasing on the sneakers app at 10 a.m. and also Foot Locker in stores only, so call your Foot Locker if they are carrying the sneakers. And I think And Clothing is running a raffle, and also Sneakers and Stuff. So call your local boutiques, call your local stores if they are carrying the sneakers, but there's very limited release for these sneakers, so make sure you sign up for all the raffles if you guys want to cop. And also this day we have one of the most anticipated sneaker releases of the year. We have the Jordan 1 High Trophy Rooms. The most controversial sneaker release so far in 2021. There's a lot of drama behind the sneakers with the blue laces, the backdooring, people stealing pairs from Marcus Jordans. There's just a lot of issues, man. And to top it off, there's only 12k pairs to the public. This sneaker is inspired by the 1985 All-Star Game in Indiana. You got that H detailing, that frosted Chicago red overlays. You got that icy bottoms with red and blue stars and your Trophy Room logo inside the insole. It's definitely a collection piece in my opinion. But for me, the whole controversy kind of ruined these. When I first heard the sneakers releasing, I was down with it. I love the colorway. I love the sneaker in general. But the fact that there's so much hate and like controversy behind it, I kind of don't want it anymore. Marcus Jordan or Nike should have made enough pairs for the public, but they didn't. So this is what happens. So far from what I know, this sneaker is retailing for $190 and is only going to be available at trophyroomstore.com via raffle only. You have from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. to enter the raffle on the 10th. So make sure you guys are there at 10 a.m. between 10 a.m. and 11:30 if you guys want to enter. And winners will be announced at 5:23 p.m. which is a random time during the day. 5:23 p.m. That's a random time to announce the winners, but that's the time. Maybe the 23 on the 5:23 means it's Jordan's jersey number. And the next day on the 11th, we have the Jordan 14 X Clot Terracotta colorway. Since it is Chinese New Year season, Nike is teaming up with Clot to design this very special edition of the Jordan 14. These sneakers are inspired by the Terracotta army, buried with the first emperor of China back in 210 BC. The design materials they use definitely shows with the suede, the earthy textures, and even the medallion on the heel that pays homage to the late emperor. For me, this sneaker reminds me of the Jordan 13 CNY that released a year ago, and that one sat and it's going below retail. I'm not sure about this one. For me, I'm not a fan of the 14 and I'm not a fan of this colorway. So I'm sure a lot of people will cop these, but for me, it's gonna be a pass. This sneaker is retailing for $200 and it's gonna be available on the Sneakers app at 10 a.m., Bodega at 10 a.m., Foot Locker at 10 a.m., and it might be also available in other boutiques. So if you guys want to cop these sneakers, there's your list. And on the 13th, which is a Saturday, I have another classic for you guys. We have the Jordan 6 Carmine coming in full family sizing. To celebrate the Jordan 13 Carmine's 30th anniversary, Nike decided to bring it back on its OG form in 2021. Same color schemes, same contrasting white and carmine red that really brings back that old school feel about these sneakers. And of course, you have that OG Nike branding on the heel, and going down you have that icy bottoms. Nice sneakers, classic color blocking indeed. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the Jordan 6s, but I do love the Carmine color blocking on this sneaker. Definitely love the classic and retro colorway of this shoe, bringing back the classic shoe, same material, same everything. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will try to cop these. This sneaker will be retailing for $200 and it's going to be available at the Sneakers app at 10 a.m. and also other foot sites. So this sneaker is very widely available. It's a GR release. We have one at Foot Locker, JD Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods. Bodega is releasing these sneakers too. We have Champ Sports, East Bay, Shoe Palace. So basically it's widely available, so it shouldn't be that hard to cop these. So resale value of this sneaker is not that much, but it is a classic sneaker, so it's definitely a must cop for most people. But for me, I'm gonna take a pass on this, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will cop these, so good luck if you guys want to cop any of these sneakers. And that's all the sneaker releases for this week. Next week is even a crazier week. There's a lot of big drops coming, and that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I kept you guys informed. Until next time, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, smash that like button, and hit that notification. And also follow me at IG at Goggles Reviews. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.